Hello everyone, it's me, Dream, and as you can see from the title of today's video, I'm gonna be talking about Escape from Tarkov again. So, this video is not gonna be like the last one. I'm much calmer, I'm cool this time. So yeah, today's video is gonna be 5 things that could make this game better. And I think they really need to be looked into because I think these are great solutions like to make this game more, I wouldn't say like playable, but like more friendly. I understand that this game, like Nikita, the creator of this game, wants this game to be really hard, punishing and stuff. I think this is actually him talking about the game.
Hello everyone, it's Nikita here. So I've been hearing that people say my game it's too hard. The game's supposed to be hard and punishing, especially punishing, because in Russia, блядь, we have punishing laws, we have punishing climate, блядь, we punishing lives, right? So if the game is not punishing to us Russians, блядь, we not have fun. А ты курва американский, блядь, кен иди нахуй. So, the game's supposed to be punishing, and I don't care what this little shit here is saying, because game is supposed to be punishing. Like, you see vodka, this vodka, блядь. This vodka, блядь, is punishing. You know, you feel very good when you drink vodka, but in the morning you feel like shit. So if the game is not punishing, how can you die? If you not die, you don't dead. So the game's supposed to be punishing, if not, you dead. So game is supposed to be punishing. О ты курва ёбаный американский, can go иди нахуй. Ты, блядь, ты курва, understand американский курва ёбаный. Ты курва слышишь, ты меня американский курва, блядь, я сказал, ты курва нахуй, пидорас ёбаный, блядь.
But you know, I think it's fine to make a game hard, and punishing, but where I draw the line is like when the game is unfair to some of the players. I think that's at that point it's just bad, it's just bad game design. So right, let's get into the solutions that I come up with to make this game better. So solution number 1, fix the servers, please. Fix your servers. They have problems too regularly. Fix them, please. That's it. I don't know how to fix them. Fix them, just do it. Fix them. Just please. Alright. Solution number 2. Gear rank and differences between levels. So what I mean by this is, let's say when a new player gets into the game and it's, let's say, after there has been a month after the wipe, and players that can spend a lot of time playing this game, right, they're gonna have the best gear at that point, right, or close to that. So, and I think that's really unfair to the new players because they're gonna have the lowest of the low, they're gonna have the lowest gear, and I think that is really unfair to them because they'll just get one-shotted across the map. They won't even see where the shot was coming from. They'll just chop dead immediately. And when they see the guy, like the chat, they need to like empty 2 clips to kill him or deal damage to them, and I think that's unfair. So what I think the developers should do is to make a gear rank. So what does that mean? What it means is that every attachment to the gun, the weapons themselves, the gear like the body armor, tactical rigs, backpacks, helmets, everything has some kind of gear score. And when you put everything on yourself, you have some kind of a number of a gear score, right? and you'll be matched up against people that have a similar gear score to yours. Not exactly the same, because that would be, insane, but like similar to your gear score. And you would go against players, that have, let's say, the same chances of killing you as you killing them. And I think that would be more fair, like, to the newer players. Because when I got into this game, like, I would just get one shot. I'm like, what the hell? That's just unfair. It feels really unfair. So I think that would really help out new players and just the game in general. And you don't have to make this, like, mandatory. You don't have to force this on people. Give them an option to play with gear rank or without it. Give them an option. All right, solution number 3: solo or squad option. So it's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to play solo, you choose an option to play solo. If you want to play in a squad, you choose to play, and you have someone to play with, you choose a squad. Or you can choose, like, all in the same group, solo, squads, all in the same group, like we are right now. Because, like, when you're playing solo, like, getting in a fight against 2 players, or God forbid more, you most of the times you're gonna lose. And I think this would help out a lot of those guys that play this game solo a lot. I'm one of those guys, so most of the time I spend playing it solo, and I'm completely fine with that. But when I get into a fight against a squad, it's really hard and feels really unfair. So I would just give players an option. Say, like, hey, if you want to play only solos, here, you'll just go against the other guys that solo this game as well. Or, like, you like squads, here, you can play squads. If you have someone to play with, you'll go against only squads. And if you like how things are right now, here, all in as well. You don't mind like that, playing like this, here you go. Because I'm really a fan of giving players an option of how do you want to play this game. And I think in this case, there really should be an option to let players choose. How do you want to play? Why not? So for problem or solution, have some kind of small tutorial at the beginning or some kind of introduction to the game. Because what I think one of the worst game the problems that the game could have, is when you start playing the game and, like, you bought the game, you installed it, you open the game, and you just don't know what the fuck you're doing. And you have to go either on YouTube or on Google and search on how to play that game. I think that is one of the worst things that could happen to a game, is like search on other platforms on how to play it, because that is such a turn off. Because for me, I almost quit the same day I began to play this game. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a fair chance. I'll play it. I'll force myself a bit, because I want to get my money's worth back, from this game. So it's like, you know what? I'll force myself. Fuck it. And now, I love this game, but at the same time, I hate it because of these problems that I told you about. So I think a small tutorial on explaining how to do basic things in this game would be really good, because having to look up that stuff on other platforms like Google or YouTube, it just really sucks. Like, no one wants to do that. And number 5. So number 5 consists of 2 smaller problems, which are not really that important, but I think they still should be looked into, because it could make a game better as well. So the first little problem is spawn locations. I think some spawn locations are just too close to each other, and they really should be looked into, because if you're a new player, you spawn, you wanna look around where you are on map, and you can just get fucking shot by some guy that spawned not that far away from you, and he knew that because he spawned at that place, he was like, oh, someone is gonna be right behind this wall, if I run around it. So I think some spawn locations really should be looked into. Some of them are really too close. Most of them I think are fine, but some of them are really just too close and really should be looked into. And the other small problem are vendors. Some of them are just way too useless, and getting them to another tier level is just, it's a chore. You're not having fun. You're just doing a chore, You feel like you're just burning money. You're not getting anything useful. You're just getting him to another tier because you'll need that for a quest or later on for something, or he'll just sell more useful stuff at that point. So I'm gonna go through all the vendors and give my opinion on them. So Prapor is okay. And before I start, I'm gonna be talking not at their highest tier, but only when you just start, like at their tier 1, when no quests are completed for any of them. It's just like how you start a game. So Prapor is fine. He sells like AK ammo and AKs, that cheap pistol. So he's fine. He could be a bit better, I think, but he's fine. He's useful. He's okay. Then we get therapist, so you get all your medicine from her. She's fine. You can sell a lot of stuff to her that other vendors either won't buy, or she'll buy it from you at higher price. So she's completely fine. I think she's totally fine. We don't need to change her. Fence is Fence. We don't need to change Fence. He's fine. And then we have this guy. So yeah, fuck Skier. God damn it, fuck him. Dude, the guy is useless. He's just so fucking useless. I would better feel burning my rubles than buying anything from him. Like, when you just start out, he's just so fucking useless. He doesn't sell anything like useful to you. Everything he sells, like, you don't need nothing he sells to you at the tier 1. And if you haven't completed any of his quests, he just doesn't sell anything good to you, and he doesn't buy anything from you at a higher price than any other vendors would. You just don't sell anything to him, and you don't buy anything from him either. But at tier 2 is where he gets better, and but getting him to that tier 2 is like such a chore. It just sucks. It feels bad buying from him. And because a lot of his useful shit that you get from him when you just start out is tradable. But when you trade stuff, that doesn't help you getting him to another tier. So you're like not getting anything from him. Like, the things that he trades at the beginning, they're okay, but that doesn't help you, and that sucks, and that doesn't make sense. Why aren't tradable stuff doesn't help you to get that vendor to another tier? That just doesn't make sense to me. Then we have Peacekeeper. He's kind of the same as a Skier. He doesn't sell anything useful to you. The only useful shit you'll get from him are the tradable items, like that pistol P226, I think, and MP5. Those are good weapons, but they're tradable, and that doesn't help you getting him to another tier. And the things he sells are just either too expensive for you, are just too expensive to buy from him, because there are other vendors that sell similar shit and cheaper, or just you'll find other ways to get it. Yeah, and he just doesn't really sell anything really that useful. Then we have Mechanic. Mechanic is good because he buys most of the stuff from you at a higher price than any other vendor. So getting him to another tier is pretty easy because you're gonna be selling most of your stuff to him. But he doesn't really sell anything, valuable to you or useful. He just buys a lot of stuff from you at a higher price. So that's why he's good. That's why he's okay. So I don't know, maybe maybe he needs to be looked into, but he's actually kind of fine the way he is right now. Then we have Ragman. Ragman is okay. He's fine. We don't have to talk about him. And we have Jaeger. Jaeger is fine. Like, if you like shotguns, he's your guy. He's your main guy because he sells the ammo for them. He sells the shotguns themselves, and he buys some stuff of you at the same price that the therapist does. So yeah, he has that going from him as well. So he could be a bit better, but he is fine the way he is the way he is right now as well. So so yeah, here we go. I think Peacekeeper and Skier really need to be looked into, and yeah, those would be 5 things that I think could make this game a bit better. Well, not a bit. I think it would make it a lot better, but So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next one. Bye. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, round, 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 round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, round, 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 round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, round, round.